Oh, jeez.
The Lexus driver couldn't see traffic due to the big RV blocking the view and decided to risk going through a cut-through and crashing in the process. The camera stopped and helped. The semi-truck driver pulled out without looking, causing the camera to hit him, despite the camera doing his best to avoid a crash. After a short pursuit, the truck driver was apprehended and found at fault.
I am here. Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults, reduces the number of monthly migraine days. For some, that number can be cut in half or more. The most common symptom. Oh my god!
The Corolla driver blindly cut across the lane trying to enter the parking lot and totaled the camera's Hyundai. When the officer arrived, she accepted total responsibility. Insurance was a breeze due to dashcam footage. The van driver had the right-of-way, whereas the turning driver had a solid red and still proceeded. The turning SUV driver would be at fault. The camera contacted the local police to send in the footage. The driver missed the curve on the ramp and drifted right into the barrier. After they hit it, they just drove off like it was no big deal. Thankfully, no other cars were hit.
Toasted to golden perfection. Get more and warm up your day. And all this month, grab a Hyman Burritos $20 gift card and get more with a free $20 coupon booklet full of special savings with each one you buy while they last.
The white Nissan driver failed to check his blind spots and sideswiped the camera. He admitted fault and was found at fault, and was cited for improper lane changing. The Volvo driver failed to stop and check all sides of oncoming traffic, resulting in the camera hitting her. The Volvo driver admitted fault. The other driver stated, quote unquote, he was following the other cars, but he did fail to check both sides of oncoming traffic. The other driver was ticketed, and the camera is still waiting on the insurance payout. The van driver fails to stop at the stop sign and gets some swift justice. Stop signs are there for a reason. The camera has a police report and has submitted footage to insurance to see who they'll rule at fault, either him or the Denali driver. In the end, who do you think insurance will find at fault? Had the Ford driver been an avid viewer of DDS TV, he would have known to make a right turn and make a safe and legal U-turn ahead instead of dangerously risking it via a cut-through. The SUV driver blows past a solid red and then swerves and drives the opposite direction to avoid a crash, nearly causing another one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how oblivious is this driver? The tire had a long, stressful life and gave up on the world, blowing up into pieces, thankfully not damaging the camera's car. Comment F to pay respects to the fallen tire. Tire McTireface. The indecisive driver decides he wants to turn, but then changes his mind multiple times, nearly causing a collision. Due to the camera's alertness, he prevented a crash. The oncoming driver was speeding and hit a curb, causing him to cross into the camera's lane and hit his vehicle, spinning it. Thankfully, everyone was okay. The driver did not see how sharp of the curve the entrance ramp was because of the blinding sun, which resulted in him crashing into the barrier. A good pair of sunglasses is a great investment. The Honda driver had a flashing yield light but failed to properly yield as he proceeded without being sure if it was safe to go, which caused the crash. Only proceed if it's safe and clear to do so.
Oh, they just crashed.
The driver behind the Dodge was distracted and rear-ended the car in front of him. The people that were rear-ended were from out of town sightseeing for Thanksgiving. Detroit dashcam catches crashes for us, even if it's for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yep, they just crashed.
The SUV driver fails to use her indicators and speeds. She then tries to illegally overtake despite the other car indicating to turn, causing a crash. She throws a tantrum, but the camera instructs her to get back into her car as he filmed the whole incident, which she did until the cops arrived.